Hello everyone, Brenton here. Got a little bit of news today in the Bruins jersey, for obvious reasons. Johnny Boychuk has announced his retirement due to the eye injury that he has. I mean, it's no coincidence that helps out the Islanders, but I don't think there's nefarious stuff going on. It's not like Hossa, who all of a sudden couldn't deal with being allergic to his jersey. Yeah, I just think it's bad timing, and obviously meant that they couldn't trade him, and yeah, his doctor said, no, you're not playing anymore, that's it. So yeah, that's the end of his career, unfortunately. So yeah, he's kind of one of these players that, he played 725 games in the NHL, but he was one of those players that bounced around a little bit, played for a couple of teams, Islanders, Avs, Bruins. But yeah, his point totals aren't crazy. It's 206, but that wasn't what he was in the lineup for. It was always that top four defenseman that stays at home. Was able to hit and just do his job, and yeah, just a really good defender that I feel like on most teams, until maybe the last year or two, anyone would have been happy to have him, especially if they wanted to play that system, and he had decentish numbers in other areas. So yeah, a little bit sad that this is the way his season's ended. His career's ended. Probably look at Brian Little for something similar to happen, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully he's okay, and the eye is just more a playing thing that he can't deal with, and he still has functionality in it and whatnot. But yeah, it's sad to see him go under the circumstances. Obviously helps out the Islanders in re-signing a certain player, because they were in a lot of trouble. They couldn't buy out Boychuk either, because the cap retention wouldn't have helped. So it's just, I think the weird thing that, we really need to crack down on the NHL, we're getting into rant territory here, is that, they're now not going to class him as retired, even though he's definitely not coming back. And I think because of the injury, they can probably put him on LTIR, so I guess it's not a retirement, so I guess I should probably get off my high horse here, but yeah, it's a bit weird, this one. But yeah, it's definitely going to help them out. They're going to be able to sign their boy. And so this does sort of bail out the Islanders in their troubles. He did win a Stanley Cup too, so that's the one thing I always look at in their career. I always hope they win a Stanley Cup if they've been around for so long, and which he 100% did. So yeah, with the Bruins, some Vancouver people, the public of Vancouver weren't very happy with that one. But looking back, I'm glad that he won a cup. He's one of these players that you like. It's good that he won a cup. And leaves a pretty good legacy. And he was great for the Islanders at the end. I remember they didn't trade, they didn't have to get much because they didn't have to pay much because the Bruins were against the cap. So they were able to get a pretty good little deal there. Sergachev has re-signed with the Lightning. He was a huge part of their success in the postseason, I thought, scoring some pretty big goals there. And it just kind of was around the play. He's not Victor Hedman. He doesn't need to be Victor Hedman, but he's great. He's only 22 years old, by the way. $4.8 million for the next 3 years, so he puts him to RFA. They're not overpaying long. It's going to fit their team structure. Sure, they're probably still going to have to get rid of Tyler Johnson, but this definitely does help them significantly in being able to continue and defend their cup, because this is a team that can defend. This is definitely a team that's built that can defend. I think next season's going to be a real wacky one, but yeah, we'll see how that all goes. And last bit of news, World Junior news. Oh boy, this one was weird. So 2 players tested positive for COVID, which we all know that happened yesterday. But now, due to contact tracing, even though they've been training together and playing together this entire time, they haven't been separated. Found out that, of course, playing with each other playing with each other does not sound good. Playing together and obviously being in the meeting rooms and doing all these things. Turns out they were direct contacts with each other, so now they're locking it down for the next 2 weeks. Every single player and coach needs to be in isolation. It seems weird that the government has to enforce this. You just think that it was contact tracing wise, everyone's been in direct contact with this guy in some way, shape, or form. They would have sat in a bench that he would have sat in. It was the dumbest thing in the world. I just thought it was it's a gimme, they're going to shut this down. But no, they waited. So, we'll see if that's costly at all, if any of them sort of kept contacting each other after they knew, because, this thing might spread. There's a bit of runway, obviously. The World Junior doesn't start for another month, but they're going to have some exhibition games the next 3 weekends. The next 2 are definitely out, and the third is very unlikely, they say, just because they'll probably have to restart again to build up player fitness, especially if they've got COVID. Because, it's just not going to be fun. Obviously, they should be okay. They're professional athletes. A lot of the people that are athletic have done very well with this virus. They just hits them for 6 a little bit, and then they come back. Anyway, guys, that is the whole news of the day. If you did like this video, hit the like button. Otherwise, hit subscribe down below, because that really does help us out. And comment down below. What did you think of Johnny Boychuk's career? A bit sad to see him go. Bit sad. I know I had a little bit of dig of the Islanders that it works out for their cap situation, but still a little bit sad. I mean, it just sucks that that's the way a season ends. But I mean, hockey's a dangerous sport, so yeah, you don't want to play around with the eye. Like, anything like here or here or here, you just like, nah. You don't want to lose one of your prime senses. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you, and bye.